Trojan Pride is back in Chicago, and I can see the smile on your face. Have you seen a ton of Caleb Williams? What can you tell our listeners about the USC Heisman Trophy winner 2 years ago coming here to be the new Messiah?
Well, again, yes, just being working in a Notre Dame world here in Chicago and Loyola Academy, having SC blood around here more makes me feel much better. But I got to see more of him his Heisman Trophy year than I did this past. I saw every game they played, obviously on television, but in person I got to see a couple games. And this kid he's special. He was definitely special in college. Especially when he had, the Jordan, the receiver from the Minnesota Vikings, who was a top-notch receiver, better offensive line. I got to agree with what Ryan Pohl and Ian Cunningham and the guys have done to help him around him. As you know, Dan, the new game plan for an NFL team is to hit big on a young quarterback and have the pieces around him, pay for the pieces around him while he's on his rookie year deal to see how far you can get, to get to a championship game. Oh, excuse me. So all right, and then and so they've got that, and they bought all these good receivers. They upgraded the offensive line. I love their defense. I think they're still going to maybe make one more piece, try to add one more piece on defense, on the defensive line. But they've got a foundation set, and this kid can adapt, which he's shown. I mean, remember went to Oklahoma, was on the bench in 1 year, but in the middle of the season came in and led them to a 10-win season. Then he goes to USC, again, adapts, has players around him, wins the Heisman Trophy. The next year wasn't as good, but he still put up, I mean, everybody, talk about what happened. Well, he still put up pretty dang good numbers. He just didn't have a defense to support him here and there. So I think the foundation is there. I've not studied him to see how it would adapt to the NFL level, but what you've seen so far, you got to hey, the potential is there.
So far, I love everything I've heard that's come out of his mouth, too, Mark. He seems to be a very mature dude and really, I thought, endeared himself to Bears fans that Friday afternoon when he spoke at the Combine, when he put to rest all this stuff that I won't come to the Bears that had surfaced. It seems like that was 10 years ago now, but he seems like he comes in with a ton of maturity and he can handle the big stage. At least that's my take on it. Is that yours also?
Yeah, right now you've kind of seen it. Like I said, I mean, this guy he was a 5-star recruit. He went to Oklahoma, which was pretty good program as a freshman, and did well there. Then obviously going to Southern Cal, just let alone the football, but just the atmosphere in and around that world there, and he handled it with really good respectability, with grace, and with leadership and maturity. And you heard these things and all these, and of course I'm getting it all from my Notre Dame fans and everybody, my Big Ten fans in and around the school here about what are you talking about? He wants ownership, and I said until I hear it from his mouth, I don't take any stock in it. And then when you finally heard the young man speak, he didn't say anything like that. He tried to put some of that stuff to rest. He's done a good job, and I've talked to people in and around the program who I know, who I trust, and say, Mark, he's one of the best teammates you could have, and I haven't heard anything disqualify that. So I'm excited for the kid. I want him to do well because he's a USC brother, and I always want. And then he's a Bear now, so I really want him to do well. And I think this more so not just for him, but for the city. We need him to do well.